Raw. Okay guys, welcome back to the show. Let's start this show off. First of all, when we look at the fear and greed, let's have a look and see what the fear and greed is today. Currently showing at 79, yesterday was 78. Of course, there's a lot of greed, and whenever there's greed, we got some kind of disappointing news for people. We need to see what all of this means, right? So if we look at the exchange balances, you can see some have come back. And what does all of this mean? Well, we can see how BTC looks super solid. People are extremely excited. Other markets are slightly fearful. USDC showing positive, which is always a bad thing. I've always mentioned this, it's a bad thing. Now, we can quickly jump over. By the way, guys, let me know if the audio is good, if there's any echoes or anything like this, because I have kind of, reset my software so it works a lot better. You're probably seeing on a higher bit rate and everything as well. Let's hope it works and stays without skipping, because yesterday the amount of frame skips and the amount of disconnections was just ridiculous. Last 2 days actually. Anyway, what we're seeing here is, let's try and move this over to a higher time frame. So this is 5 minutes. Obviously you can see how the traders are getting in there, getting all excited. A lot of longs here, a lot of shorts here, getting wiped out. Obviously, you know, pretty balanced here on the thing, but overall, I mean, not looking that good. Let's have a look at some of the charts and see what the charts are telling us. How many people have been liquidated and how many people not. Remember, open interest is very high, guys. So when the open interest is very high, if you are a trader, you should be very, very cautious, because you are going to get wrecked. So far, pretty balanced. Nothing too much, not too drastic. So far, so good. I wouldn't really bother too much about this. Now, this is something I did update. It was at 18 yesterday, currently sitting at 15, showing bullish sign, super bullish sign. So let's see how that works. Now let's come back into this and see the 200 most gainers. You can see Solana performing very well. FTM, there's a lot of hype about this. Apparently it's coming onto Coinbase. So those of you who are, like Coinbase or whatever, this is coming there. Now, one thing to expect, and this is a warning for everybody, once it launches on Coinbase, because of all the hype, expect a massive dump. Right, so there will be a massive pump and a dump. So my opinion would be, find your price targets and have a sell order so you can make the most of the hype and then exit and then rebuy when it comes back down to the bottom if you believe in it. That's the most important thing to do, I believe, right? Because a lot of people, they will just fall into the hype and they think it's going to go to the moon. Guys, yeah, of course, momentarily it will go to the moon, but if you're not out fast enough, you're going to get wrecked. I see Bubble here. Awesome, my Bubble. What's happening, brother? I see Manan here. Awesome, Manan. Thank you, Prince. Prince says it was frozen for a while. It's stupid. Yeah, it's always like this. I don't know why. I mean, YouTube hates us, cryptocurrency guys. You know this. Come on, you should know this. But let me show you something quite awesome yesterday, actually, that I noticed. So this is the previous all-time high, and you can see the price here, which is $64,986 on Binance. This is on Binance. We hit that. Now, yesterday, momentarily, we actually went to 63,997, guys. That was yesterday's high. So we were very close to the previous all-time high. I mean, if you just look at that, the difference, we were like $1,000 away from the previous all-time high. So that's something to know. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. This next push might just take us up there. Of course, we're going to jump into the charts and have a quick bash through them and see what's going on. Right, BTC, not BTC, this is total market cap. Total market cap, you can see we already created a brand new high, which is a $2.6 trillion market cap. It came down, it got crashed, it went down, it managed to recover, and today you can see it's hovering on the line, which is fine. So we can see we're creating a brand new support on the previous resistance, which is absolutely fine. So far everything looking very bullish. I am expecting a little bit of a dump though. Tomorrow is the 18th, and we are so I was expecting the market to reverse. Now, one of the two things could happen. One, the market could dump a little bit more, come back down to these support zones here, because we do have beautiful support zones here. So you see this area here, lovely little zone here. We can come back down here, which is not a problem, and this is the entire market crashing tomorrow or pumping up. Now, I know a lot of the guys who trade shorts are anticipating a massive dump tomorrow, because it is the 18th, right? And I did put the date there a long time ago. You can see how I predicted the 18th to be the day of when the market reverses totally. So that means we break the all-time high, we start creating brand new all-time highs. So that might be something interesting to see. Let's see how that one plays out. Of course, we cannot tell you exactly when something happens, but we can only make a probability, a little guess, and say, okay, this could be a possibility. Dominance, it did briefly dump, but nothing too drastic. Again, dominance is still looking very, very positive for BTC. And remember, as I said, guys, BTC dominance going up is not a bad thing for the entire market. It is more important that we have a higher dominance for BTC so that the rest of the market could be carried along with it. So just going to leave that one there. Nothing too amazing here. We want to see the dominance drop here at a later stage when the market goes up. So we want to see the total market cap pump up to $3-4 trillion. And then what we want to see, BTC dominance stuck around the 50-40, around that level. So around this region, currently sitting at the, I mean, we had a high at 48, currently 46, which is not bad. Anything above 50 to 70 is also good, provided the entire market stays with us. And then we want to see a nice little dip in the BTC dominance while others catch up, and we can see ourselves 100x, maybe even 1000x on some of the coins. So watch out for this. It's going to be a massive, massive move when it does come. Let's look at BTC. BTC did okay. It did drop from the local support that we had. So you can see that this area we were tracking, we did peak up, we came down, we couldn't hold support, we fell down, but we stayed above our previous target zone that we had. So we stayed above this neckline, this neckline, this neckline, which is ultimately super bullish. I'm not going to complain too much about that. And we managed to challenge this area here. And this is where this box was drawn from. We managed to challenge it, test it, not a problem. We failed, so what? Ultimately, we're still very, very bullish, because if you look at the shorter time frames, if I move this, switch this off, switch the RSI. I'm not even looking at the RSI because there's no point, guys. Right now, where we are, no point even looking at this. So you can see this is a shorter time frame. We're solid, super solid on that one. And you can see we created a brand new trend line just here, and we're kind of respecting that trend line as well. Absolutely super awesome to see. So the shorter time frames are showing us that there is a lot of bullish nature going on right now. Of course, the RSIs on a shorter time frame not showing us really the best details. Doesn't matter. These are 1 hourly. They change every hour. So far, RSI is saying overbought, calm down a little bit. Once we come back into this zone, we should bounce back up again. Look at the higher time frames on a 4 hourly. You can see this is it's forming very, very super solid. So it's coming down here. The blue line should flip over any second. I mean, obviously on a 4 hourly. When it does, again, the momentum kicks in again. So we're going to look out for all of these things. Even on a daily, you can see it was a little bit high, a little bit confusion. We are high on the RSI. RSI has been pointing down, but this doesn't mean the RSI cannot go up. Of course, the RSI could still pump up. Weekly looking super solid, super solid. How the blue lines come back again, leading, and the RSI is still coming out. So we haven't topped up on the weekly. Remember, the longer the data, the stronger the data. Monthly, you can see we're still on a positive thing for the monthly. We're still very positive for the monthly, and you can see monthly we can even got to these levels, historic levels, and that would be our market top as an indicator. When we see this reverse back down again from the tops, that's when we should be worried. So far everything's looking good. We're not going to have a monthly close yet. However, if you look at the weekly, we do have a weekly close in 9 hours, and this, let me bring this closer, let me take all of this off. If you look closely, guys, this will be a higher high, as I mentioned, compared to everything else. This week will close as a higher high. That is extremely bullish. Doesn't matter what price it is, doesn't matter where it goes. This candle will close above this body, means it is an official higher high in the weekly, which is super awesome. So far, so good. I'm not complaining. I love to see all of this data. Everything's looking super awesome. Ethereum looking a bit hot on the daily, and it is struggling a little bit, not too much, but you can see it's struggling with this strong resistance that we formed here previously, which is actually funnily the Fibonacci 1.2 level. So it's struggling, nothing too bad. It is going to recover. I think it just needs a little bit of a breather, a little bit more attention. When it does, It's only a few $100s away from its previous all-time high. When it does that, then we are going to see some crazy moves, because a lot of the people are very worried right now. So once the worry goes away, once they see the previous highs again, I think confidence will come back. So just a quick one here. I thought I'll show you this. BNB looking super awesome. You can see how yesterday it kind of dipped all the way down to the 420 level, came back again very fast, super bullish, and then today it's doing a recovery, slightly higher than the low, and it's got some momentum, not as much as I want, but it's okay. I'm not complaining. Ultimately the trend is secure, the trend line is secure, everything is holding, no complaints at all. Right, so we can see this moving up. Let's see what it does. It's still obviously got a long ways to go to its previous all-time high, which is this area here. I've put the box here to confirm this. So once we go above this, then we're going to see new all-time highs. Let's see what this does. Dot, you can see, is coming to challenge its previous all-time high. All right, so it's coming in to challenge its previous all-time high. Once it does that, then it's going to start looking at the new all-time highs, which I'm expecting in the range up to this level here. So these are my basic targets. Once we meet all these targets, this is the target that I'm expecting for it to go and settle, and then we'll see what it does after that, whether we're going to go up or whether we're going down, because we have to also observe the entire market. By the time we get to there, what's the market doing? We can't just say this is going to go to the moon and forget about everything else. No, we've got 12,700 coins to think about. At any point, anything could change direction. Ultimately, the big boys like Bitcoin and Ethereum, if they change direction, then the market changes direction, sentiment changes. So we've got to observe those too. Move over to what did I just do now? Which one was this? Oh, I did though. What am I doing here? Okay, do you know what? Doesn't make a difference. Let's go to Solana. Solana looking super solid, exactly as we basically said the pattern will play out. You can see here, let me get rid of all of this, guys. So you can see how the pattern has literally played out exactly as we expected it, right? Super solid, came back to this line, peaked above. Now let's hope we can break above and close this, and on a weekly as well. If we can close this candle, this would be not the best, but definitely a lower high. It's a good start until we can create a brand new all-time high somewhere around here. So let's see what we can do on this one. Not the best, but doing its thing, and everything here is indicating on a daily, even the stochastic RSI and the RSI is indicating super bullish. A lot of momentum is coming into this, so you can see this being confirmed here. And yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of wait. And you know how Solana did the Solana recently? I think it could do the same thing again. It can definitely push and hit that target of $244, which is not that far compared to where we were before. Remember, we actually had a high of $116. So we're not asking for too much. Once we get there, we're going to start making targets and hopefully get to another level. So that's what I'm doing here. Just today, guys, it's not about fundamentals or anything like this. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not going to talk about other stuff. I mean, unless you have a coin you want me to talk about. But mostly, I think what I'm just trying to do here is drop you guys some quick info based on what's going to happen, because we are going to have a market close for the week. So I think it's really cool to see. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe, hit that like button, press that bell button, press all, so you're always notified of these kind of videos whenever they come out. And I do live streams every single day. You can also join my Discord if you have a conversation or something you want to talk to me tomorrow. You can easily find me on Discord. And so far, guys, let me know how's the stream is going, because seems to be pretty stable compared to last few days. So I did change a few settings to optimize it. If it's working for you, let me know. Right, what we're doing next? So we did Cardano. Let's have a look at Shiba. Shiba is hard to see. You gotta go to like a shorter time frame. Yeah, definitely holding support in this support zone. We could see a nice little bounce come up. I'm also seeing a nice little pattern forming here, which is normally bullish. So if we look at this, so far it peaked out, no problem. I'm just waiting for a bounce. Once it does a bounce, I can expect it to test the previous high and then probably push up towards the targets, which is here at the 40 level, right? So 0.0004. So let's see what that does. Shiba, waiting for this one. Bubble still here, also my bubble, my brother. So far, I mean, look at this on a shorter time frame. If you just look at this, This has been super awesome. And not only that, Bubble, you've seen this. Come on, you've watched this video. Look at this. It's following the path that we drew good few days ago, and we're coming into that point where we make it or we break it. We decide. But ultimately, because the market momentum is up, I think it's going to just push up. This looks super bullish to me. When it does break out, it's just going to be like shooting all the way up to this level here, which is now 412. In fact, my target now is slightly higher for the e-gold. I believe it's going to go to around 420, 430. So let's see what it does. You know, so far looking good. Also, if you look at the stochastic RSI thing, I know this looks bearish, but it's not. Okay, when I'm looking at this blue line and seeing this kind of coming in for the flip, what I'm seeing is a bullish divergence forming here. If it does even bounce on here and come back again, that's just super awesome. Super awesome. So it's causing a little nice little, it's getting tighter, it's causing a bit of a squeeze. Super awesome to see this. So guys, make sure like, share, subscribe, and help the channel grow. That's e-gold. We've got which one was this? KCS KuCoin. So we talked about KuCoin, we talked about what KuCoin is doing. I'm going to move on to the daily because it just looks a lot more better on the daily. And you can see we've been creating these higher highs. Now we've come here, we've had all of these higher highs. The one thing we can expect is for a nice little corrective move. So maybe, you know, it is high here, everything's showing high. Maybe we might get a little correction. As long as we can stay above this line, we're super solid for the next wave. So far we've had 5-6 days here, so you've got to really understand that either it's going to break out, which is highly less likely right now because we've had all of this. We need to see a red candle. So I'm expecting maybe tonight it closes, tomorrow we might see a nice little red candle, come back down here, bounce around a little bit, create a brand new support. As long as we can stay above this, then we can push up again and then try and test this level. And when we do, it's a massive move, by the way. A lot of people won't even realize this, how massive this move is going to be, because we've done this, we've done that, we've done this, and we're doing this. The move out of here is going to be powerful. It's usually the same distance as this. So if we just take this area and just use this, right, from where it was, so the bottom to the top, and we take this and we put it here, this move should take us to $21. Do you know what I mean? For KCS, it should take us straight to the $21, which is the previous all-time high. Above that, so there is a massive move coming. I'm going to be observing and watching what that does. Gala, very bullish. It's a hot crypto in majority of the exchanges that I've seen, centralized exchanges. There's a lot of buy and sell going on. And what I'm loving is the fact that it's actually respecting this line here. This upward trending line is respecting that. This is going to get ready to surprise us. I think this is just going to, so here was a first attempt. If you look carefully, if I do this, that was a first attempt fail. This is going to be a second attempt. Now, could this be the one that propels us above this all-time high? I think so. Do you know what I mean? So ultimately, this is getting ready for something big. And I'm sure someone's just going to drop something and then this is going to shoot. So this is something I'm super bullish on. I believe it's going to basically probably even shoot towards $1 or something like this when it does pump, when it goes crazy. So I've advised everybody to have their sell point. So for example, people who bought here, if you go to like say 18, 19, 20 cents, you double your money, take your initial out. You know, have a second order around the 50 cents. You know, take some more off the table. And if we go to $1, take some more off the table, because remember one thing, guys, nothing goes straight up. So whatever, it will go up, it will come down, it will go up, it will go down, and it will do this all the time. So if you miss this, if you miss this area, you can always pick it up in this area. If you miss this area, you can always pick it up in this area. So we can always sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, provided the market momentum is moving up, and that's going to be the key for our success, basically. So I hope this kind of helps you. Bit down, funny, but I love it. I mean, yesterday it went down here and I was so excited. I was like, wow, guys, look, let's pick it up. And I think it took a few good hours for it to come back to this level, and it was funny. And you know, I was kind of busy at that time. Honestly, if I found it around here anywhere, I would have loaded up a lot more. The funny thing is day before yesterday here, I did load a whole lot more. because there was a brother, he wanted some and he couldn't buy it, whatever reason, so I bought it for him, bought some for myself, sent him the some of the coins so he can do the thing. Also talking about this, guys, tomorrow, you can see tomorrow, 1 day 8 hours, the claim period for the 600 token starts. So please make sure to go there and claim as soon as possible, because once they're gone, they're gone. Okay, once they're gone, they're gone. So make sure you go tomorrow and claim your free BitDAO tokens that you got for your trading actions and this and that. So yeah, just that. Now let's go back into where were we? So right, so let's keep it on Sol and just move on. So this was Solana. Okay, we talked about it. Also in KCS Scala a bit. AVAX. Now I know there's a few brothers who are in AVAX, and I wanted to just show you quickly what I'm seeing for AVAX. So I'm seeing this area here, and I'm seeing this area here, and you already know what I'm about to say. Look, a tightening range. So it's coming out, it's going to do a nice little breakout. Obviously when the market moves up, it will move up, so the breakout should take us approximately to $86, $85 to $86, which would be a brand new all-time high. And if it did come down, here's the good news, if it did come down, it doesn't go too far, funnily, because the thing is remember, we're in an upward moving channel. It doesn't take us too far, and I doubt this is going to happen. I've talked about this before as well. Some coins, you know, it's just not going to happen. There's so much marketing and so much other stuff going around that the possibility of it dumping down is slightly unlikely, you know. But look at this range, looking beautiful. Looks like to me, as I said, it's going to go to these levels. And you can see previously we did a Fibonacci, and it's showing 94. So from here to here, 80 something, it's not bad. It's not bad, super solid. 1 inch got listed on some other exchanges, some other hypes coming out, looking good. Nothing too great, to be honest, because this is what I'm seeing, right? Of course, it's an upward channel, which is good. The trend is okay, but we've still got so much to do. We've got to bounce around a little bit more before we decide to go up. And of course, again, it's going to be carried up with the market. So what I'm doing is I've been holding from around these areas. I can't remember, somewhere around here I've been holding around. I got some for free as well. So my plan is once this moves back to this level here, I'm going to be selling half of my stash when we get back to the all-time high, maybe slightly above, but I'm going to be selling half my stash and then leave the rest, because you know, it kind of moves with the market, and I don't want to hold it forever, because I don't really see much utility other than some staking coins. But how many do you want? Do you know what I mean? I'd rather hold some free coins and stake it. It applies the same principle applies to most of them, you know. So let's see what that does. Again, we've got a long ways to go until we come back to these thresholds. And again, these are going to be those ones that after everything pumps, they decide to pump. So it's going to be like trying to catch you out and take you out a little bit. Now there was someone I was kind of speaking to on YouTube, right? YouTube. So the person was actually commenting YouTube. Can't remember your name. Something illusion. I think it's obstacle illusion or something. Awesome. So he was talking about Matic, and I invited him. I said, come to the Discord, we'll talk a little bit more. Obviously I don't really answer many questions on what you call this, on YouTube, because it's full of scammers. Yeah, full of scammers. So I kind of avoid it. But so far, look, it's looking good. It's looking solid. When we start looking at the patterns, this is what we see. See this greater trend line? Not this one. Right, this greater trend line. Let me move this line. So this greater trend line here. So you can see how it's actually come back to test this greater trend line. If it does break this trend line, then there is some good news for you. Right, there is some actual good news for you. So there's two good news, because I noticed something else as well, and I want to show you this. This is quite funny. So if I take this to this level, let me just adjust it as much as I can. There is something quite powerful here. So I did mention $4 to you, just to kind of give you some sort of a confirmation how this $4 looks. You can see, so if we did have a lovely breakout of this channel, what you're seeing is boom, $3.62. Obviously the Fibonacci's are saying $4. but $3.62 seems to be the case here right now, just for a breakout trade if you are going to trade it. And you can see this tightening range as well, which is absolutely awesome to see. It is coming there. It's a matter of us basically just coming in, confirming, and finally doing that breakout. That's going to deal with it. So that's good. Let's have a look. Link finally decided to make some move. Nothing too interesting, of course, following the market. Nothing interesting here. Sushi doing pretty much the same thing, following the market. Nothing too interesting here. Whatever Sushi does, Uni's also doing, and Uni's a little bit more closer. You can see Uni's coming in for that, but of course it's got a little bit more range left. Move around. VeChain's doing awesome, coming back for it again. Same pattern. You can look over and over again, guys. It's the same pattern, right? Mbox. Beautiful support zone, beautiful buy area if anybody's interested, and it should now come to that point where it does finally shoot up, and it's going to be one of those that's going to surprise people, just going to do it suddenly. Arweave I've been talking about. I mean, you can see Arweave doesn't want to stop, and we are looking and expecting to see an Arweave at around $117, but in the beginning about $91, so there's a nice little margin to be made here if anybody's interested. Automata, I told you, it's doing awesome. I do like it, and I had a whole bunch of them completely for free, but I have decided to get out of them, and I've decided to invest it into something else that I believe has a better fundamental and would stick around for a little bit. Theta, following the pattern. Algo pumped a little bit yesterday, even today it's still pumping, which is okay, not bad. It's trying to get out. Maybe when it does, it can break the all-time high and go and create some brand new all-time highs, because Algo hasn't really done much. Zilliqa, there's a lot of hype around it, but doesn't matter. It still hasn't met our original targets. You can see our original targets was around 37. It's a long way to go, but it's probably coming there because the pattern I'm seeing is this. It's a bigger pattern. If this plays out, it could easily come there. So let's see what that does. And that was way before XCAD or other companies were actually promoted. Let's see what that does. I see Ultimate Gamer back again. Awesome, bro. Thank you. Nice for coming to the show. He's asking about ALBT. Let's have a look and see what he always comes out with new discoveries. Let's have a look at ALBT. Alliance Block. Okay, let's have a look at Alliance Block. So he's always coming out with these like funky, very crazy projects. Some of them, of course, some of them not. He has actually found some really good projects as well. I have found some good projects from him. So far looking awesome. Structure looks good. Let's have a look and see what they're about. Okay, big claims. They're on KuCoin. KuCoin is the third biggest exchange. Uniswap, awesome. So yeah, I mean, the volume is good. So far, they seem to be trading, doing all sorts. Seems okay. Even CoinMarketCap says that they're claiming. So building, awesome. Yeah, I wouldn't take any of this. Not yet, guys. I wouldn't take any of this. London Stock Exchange. I mean, what would London Stock Exchange want to do with you? I wouldn't buy any of this. That's one thing for sure. I don't like any company that shows me all of these companies that when you click them, literally when you click them, takes them to their own website. I mean, why should I even believe any of this? This is a lot. A company I've never heard of, no marketing, nothing. So, you know, all of this could be paid. You can see August 18th, 2021, August 17th. 20th July, April, January. So when you're looking at this, these are paid, right? I can guarantee you these are paid. I can click them and I can go and see they're paid. So again, none of this makes any difference to me. The idea is if you're making money, go and make some money and get the hell out. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah. Sign up. Oh, I'm going to do it decentralized, but I want to sign up. No, I'm not doing that. 3-1. I wonder what country it's from. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, listen, let's leave all of this. I'm not going to even bother looking at all of this stuff, products and this and that. Actually, let's have a look at products. Data tunnel, liquidity mining, alliance bridge, DeFi terminal. Right, let's have a look at data tunnel. Powering the new data economy, building oracle of oracles to unleash the power of. Yeah, well, when you finish, let me know. Yeah, when you finish, let me know. They're building the data. So, listen, ultimately, it's on an exchange. It's getting traded. Currently seems to be 2.4% down. Let's have a look if it's on TradingView, because if it is, I'll find it. Okay. ALBT. Let's have a look at ALBT. Let's use this one. Yeah, looking awesome, looking good, coming into a zone, holding support. So structure looks good, you know, but don't go in for the technology, go in for the money, make the money, get the hell out. That's all I'm going to say. There's really nothing much to say. You know, tell me project. Remember, it's a scam unless it's not, right? But you don't know what is and what is not. If you're in it for the money, then all I can say to you, no financial advice. Obviously, if you look on this corner, you can see no financial advice. This pattern looks great. It's holding support, held the body. That means there should be a move coming, and if the move comes, we should see something like this, which would be awesome to see. But again, I'm not invested, so I have no idea. But so far, you can see from here, this squeeze has already come in, so it should break out right now. And if it does break out, we should be able to see something up to approximately here, which brings us back to the previous all-time high, which is not a bad deal. I mean, if you pick up here and you can make this, that's not a bad deal. You make 100%. Looking at the where we were, so look at this and let's look at the previous high. What's the highest we could expect is around $1.90. It's the highest. Looking at a short term, what could we expect? Right, we can use this area here, approximately 90 cents. So basically from where it is to 90 cents, if we were to measure, we could expect from this area to here a nice little 18%. And of course, if the coin is legit, then a lot more, right? So just be cautious. Remember, don't diversify yourself too much. Always invest what you can lose. ERSDL, that one I have noticed someone else was talking about this as well, actually. ERSDL, Unfederal Reserve. Oh my, Unfederal Reserve. Wow, okay, that's freaky. That's freaky. Very freaky. Unfederal Reserve. Let's have a look at Unfederal Reserve for you. ERDSL. ERSDL. ERSDL. Sonku coin, not bad. It's on a shitcoin exchange, which is good. On a daily, looking awesome. Okay, looks a bit overbought, but it's okay. Let's have a look at all of this and see what it's showing to us. So the pattern looks good. I mean, this is a familiar pattern we can always see. When we see this, we know that we attempt. So we attempted once, complete failure. Let's have a look at another one. We're here, we're attempting again. Absolutely fine. It might break out. When it does break out, what can we expect? So we can do one of two things. We can check the base now and say, okay, it's held support. It's found support around this area, which is okay. We can see where the pattern is leading here, and you can see we also broke out of the pattern. Awesome, that was the first test. So now, if we are to use a fib on a short term, we can use this area here. It's giving us a 24 cents, which is technically where it just tested. Awesome. Next one we can do is test the previous all-time high and the low, and it won't be the total low because remember the low was a lot more, but it's saying that we might be able to see a 61 cents for this coin if we did go back to the previous all-time high, basically, so slightly above the previous all-time high. So if the project is legit, if it has enough momentum behind it, and of course when the market favors these coins, they will pump. But just be cautious. Again, invest only what you can afford to lose and see how you take it from there. So far so good. I mean, something on KuCoin I don't mind, I'll be honest with you, on KuCoin, because you do get some nice volume coming in. It does look pretty good from where it is. I mean, so far you can see the volume here. It's about 4 mil. Coin tokens look okay. You can see how many is out already. So majority, about 83%, is already out, which is okay to see. Market cap is low, 72 million. That's nothing, you know. So when you look at all of this, good, looks like a good project. Question is, did they have good intention or not? That's a different story. But volume looks okay. So remember, whenever something has volume, it means that there's people there who are willing to buy and sell. If there's no volume, then no one's willing to buy or sell your coin, you know. So not bad, but again, my warning will go with you. Be cautious, you know. It's all great, but be cautious. That's all I'm going to say. Be very, very cautious. Interesting. Not bad. We've got 13,000 holders, which is okay. So it's kind of diversified a little bit. There is a lot of holders on there. But again, God knows why all of these holders are there. But should be okay, guys. Should be okay. That's all I'm going to say. No financial advice. Again, only invest what you can afford to lose. Right? Only invest what you can afford to lose. Because you can see that we had this spike that took it up to $1.80. And then it dumped like almost to nothing. And now it's coming back again. You know, and we're only seeing the data up to here. So you can see that since its inception, since it was created, it's already had this spike. From where we are right now, 18 cents to here, we need a miracle. So just look at this, a mountain, right? Just look at this, a mountain. This is on a short term as well. 2020, you know, pump, final pump, one pump. God knows who pumped it. 2021, and then down where we are right now. So, yeah, pumps and dumps. Just be cautious. That's what I'm going to say. Be cautious. Right? No point jumping into a coin and getting wrecked. But other than that, guys, I think today's stream has been awesome. I forgot to put the cursor on, and none of you even noticed that the cursor hasn't been on all this time, which is okay. I forgive you. I'm joking. But no, so far so good, guys. Remember, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. Let's see where that goes. And Tamil, thank you very much. No worries, bro. But as I said, as usual, be careful. That's all I'm going to say to you. For you, especially Tamil, every single time, I'm going to only give you one warning. Just be careful. Do not invest money into hype, pump and dump coins. You are going to get left out. You're going to jump into the hype and everyone's going to take their money and go. All right, and you're going to be holding the bags. There's no such thing as a bad project, and there's no such thing as a good project. Fundamentals for each project can change every single day. Doesn't make any difference, right? The code doesn't change, it's the same. But remember, only invest what you can afford to lose. Risk management is very important. So you know, it's great you come up with these coins, and trust me, there are so many more gems. In fact, I'll tell you one coin. Keep an eye on that coin. Keep an eye on it, because I am looking for it. Give me a second. So if you do come up with it, this one's for you, Tamil, and for everybody. So this is a mission for everybody. No. This one. Yes, this one. This one. If you can find me the token for this, tell me where this token is. I want this. So let's leave that as a nice little Easter egg, or whatever you want to call it, right? At the end, a little bonus. Somebody find me this coin. I want this coin ASAP. That's a mission. Tamil, that's a mission for you. Find me this coin. Okay, it's called layer0.network. Find me this coin. I've looked everywhere, trust me. I've read through the white paper. I've gone to Telegram, I've gone to Discord, I've gone to Twitter, I've gone to Medium. I need to know what this coin is called. Okay, there are scam coins out there, but this coin does not exist yet. Find me this coin, and I think we're going to be talking, we're going to be best mates forever. I'm telling you, and you'll know exactly why once you read the paper, once you understand what the potential is. This, if we can get this before the main launch, guys, we're laughing. We're laughing, I'm telling you. I wouldn't put a couple of hundred, I'll put a couple of thousand down on this one. So just have a read through, you know exactly what I mean, and you know how I feel about it once you read it. So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I hope you like this last minute bonus for everybody to go out on a nice little hunt, go and find what this token is called, and let me know. And of course, if we're not on YouTube, in the dark web, no, Jeffrey, it's not. But let's find it. This is the one we need to find out who it is, where it is, where the things are. It doesn't matter about the project developers, I don't care about them. I'm looking for the token. I want to know where that contract is, so I can go and buy some of that or lock some of that. And of course, I'm going to advise everybody else to do the same, put some a little bit down, because I think this project has some potential, you know. So let's see. Awesome, my brother. Thank you, Jeffrey. Other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to catch you on another one. Thank you very much for all the guys that coming over to the show. It's not a long one. I didn't want to go through too much details, just a few analysis here and there, a little bit of update, nothing too important, because look, and ultimately market's doing what it's doing. As we talk, exactly, my brother Jeffrey, as we talk, you keep that between us. We're going to change the world, bro. We're going to change the world. But listen, market's doing its thing. Let it do its thing. Stay calm. Don't FOMO. Don't fear. There's a lot of FUD. Of course, we're expecting a dump, right? As I said, it's highly likely we might see a dump tomorrow before we end up seeing a massive pump, because the market has been hot in the last few days. And also remember, institutions do not trade on Saturday, Sunday. All right, so when they come back on Monday and they see we've held the market up, of course they're going to try and take some profits, and they're going to try and dump on us to manipulate us, to scare us and take our crypto, right? So just hodl tight, all right, and then you're still in the game, you're still before them, and let them carry you up. Let the money do its thing, and we go up there. So other than that, guys, like, share, subscribe. I'm going to catch you on another one very soon. Awesome, thank you very much, and hope this was a pleasant stream.